Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, Season 4, Episode 49. Now, next week's episode is the season finale. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. Episode starts off with Monique and Derek. Now, honey, listen. It picks up right where it left off with someone knocking at Monique's door, the door of the Airbnb that I insist she is living in. That is definitely an Airbnb for filming purposes. Anyway, it turns out that it's Monique's godmom and her sister Nicole. And when they showed her along with all three of her sisters, they look alike. I mean, they all have the same eyes, the same smile. They totally look alike. I would like to say that even though I have zero fashion sense, I don't think that Monique's sisters buy clothes that are their correct size. That's all. It just seems to be one or two sizes too small. But moving on. So Monique's family says that they want to be there to support her. And, we've been going back and forth all season about Derek's sisters and, how they come off, with a little buffoonery. They're just doing too much. I'd like to say that Monique's family is doing too damn much as well. The way they were running around the house and ganging up on Derek. And I thought to myself, this is quite embarrassing. Why are you guys putting this much effort into questioning Derek's behavior when it doesn't matter? It really doesn't. She's going to take him back. She already knows about all these different relationships that he has had since he got out of jail. And she has to know that he was talking to other women when he was in jail. And she's still there. I mean, to this very day, she's still there. So to me, this whole thing was giving storyline driven. This whole relationship is we are using each other to stay on the show so that we can keep getting these WeTV checks. That's what it's looking like, because you cannot tell me that Derek is 100% in love with this woman. A man who is in love with a woman and wants to ask her to marry him and spend the rest of his life with her is not doing this. Is not out here in the bathroom with bottle girls. Is not texting and calling and having the sex with all these different women. It just doesn't happen. So he is absolutely full of shits, and the WeTV production team, they think that we're stupid. Him and Monique are playing a game, and I am not here for it. I think that her entire family looked ridiculous. All this questioning, and what you should have been doing if this was a legitimate relationship was having intervention on Monique's ass. Why are you with him? Why do you keep taking him back? You need to work on your self-esteem. It's a whole lot that was off about this. Monique spends way too much time worried about where he's going, what he's doing, and who he's talking to. That is a full-time damn job. No grown-up woman who is handling her business has time to also be a full-time investigator. No, we've got shit to do, places to go, and other dudes to see. I'm just saying, girl, go on somewhere. One thing that I did find out that I didn't know about was there is a recently deleted text option on the iPhone. Now, honey, listen. When I was watching Love After Lockup, my son was here. And when she said, let's check his recently deleted messages, I said, well, what is she talking about? There's no recently deleted messages. And my son said, oh, yes, there is, Mom. And so he grabs my phone and he shows me. And I said, oh, crap. I'm glad I know that because, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying there could be some moment where I might not be on the up and up. And I need to know about these options. Monique with her family, she says, I can't believe he did me like that. Oh, what? Girl, you knew good and damn well he's been doing you like this. And then when they got on the phone to call that woman who says that she's a party promoter in Georgia, I said, why are you doing that? You don't need to be out here checking this woman. Check your man. Check your man. I think that is a big problem with some people in relationships. When their man is caught cheating, they always want to do something to the woman. That woman don't owe you shit. She don't know you. Now, if she knows you, okay, handle your business. But if she doesn't know you, leave her the hell alone. It's him that you need to focus on, not the lady. Monique got her whole family running around the house, chasing him down and questioning him for no reason, knowing that she is not leaving him at all. All the time you talking about his sisters don't need to be in y'all's business. Your sisters don't either. And I'm going to give you a little piece of advice. If you are in a relationship with somebody and you know that you're going to still keep dealing with him no matter what, don't tell your family about it, because the only thing that's going to happen is your family is going to start hating that person, and it's going to be on sight every time they see him. Keep it secret if you're going to keep letting him do it. Let that man cheat in peace. And also, if WeTV is going to keep bringing you and him back around, you guys better come up with a better storyline, because this is looking phony. Taylor and Chance. Honey, listen. Taylor, girl, I wanted to feel sorry for you, but I can't. I really wanted to, but I can't. The whole crying and carrying on. Her and Bobby pull up to the bar. Chance is in there with Tanya. She walks in already crying. Tears and mascara running down her face. Chance says, well, what's wrong? Tanya reaches her hand out to introduce herself, and she shakes the woman's hand. When Chance is asking over and over again, what's wrong? She says, nothing. So you and your twin brought y'all's grown asses in here and you crying like a baby, and the answer is nothing? Okay, see, here's the problem. And there's so many. First of all, if you walk up on your man, which I use that lightly, if you walk up on this man, child, in a bar, throwing back shots, double shots at that, of, I'm sure, the bottom shelf, with his Instacart money, and he is sitting here entertaining a woman, you don't walk in crying. And you definitely don't walk in with the nothing and acting all disheveled and upset. First of all, you look weak in front of this woman that you have no idea who she is. Why are you doing that? You are definitely giving this woman the upper hand. Then on top of all this dude starts to gaslight the hell out of her. He is raising his voice and talking mad shit. And she's sitting there allowing it. Tanya jumps in and tells him, wait a minute, you're yelling at her. And all of a sudden, he stops yelling. I said, oh, wait a minute. So not only are you going to disrespect her by being here, not having a damn job, and spending money that could be used on the baby, you're going to let this other lady tell you how to act. But you're not going to listen to Taylor, the woman who took you in when you got out of prison and didn't have shit. My whole problem with this was, instead of Taylor being at home, packing his shits and putting him out, she's standing around here whining and crying like a baby. That is a no-go for me, ma'am. This was your opportunity. This was your opportunity to put him out. Now he's sitting in here screaming and yelling at her about how she doesn't understand him. He doesn't want a warden. Nobody's going to tell him what to do. You know, this to me seemed as if it was his plan. His plan is to get from under all the debt and to get away from her and those kids. If he acts a fool, she'll put him out. He can go sleep on somebody's couch until he can get himself together, and he doesn't have to worry about what's going on at her house, like taking care of the kids, being a responsible person, getting a freaking job, and paying some bills around here. He is a disrespectful, disgusting, gaslighting person. I cannot stand him. But you know what? If she doesn't stand up for herself, then what the hell? What can we do as the viewing public? She was out online after the show aired when people were talking shit about Chance. She's out there online defending his ass. I said, excuse me? Say what now? Girl, listen. The plan is, your sister Bobby said, if she wants to get rid of him, I'll be happy to move in and help her out and take care of the kids. That's what the plan should be. You should use whatever is left of your WeTV checks to pay your damn mortgage, because you and your kids are damn near homeless. You are already 2 months behind on the mortgage. This dude doesn't have a job, and he hasn't even told you that he doesn't have a job. Usually when you get to the third month, the mortgage company is ready to put you the hell out. I'm just saying, you need to use what's left of your WeTV money, move your sister in, and move this loser the fuck out. That's my opinion. Instead, you're sitting around here. She's touching you. You're letting her touch you. Oh my gosh, she's touching him. Now, Tanya, I would just like to say, why the hell are you still there? I appreciate that you and Chance have this friendship or whatever, and you say that it's strictly platonic, and I think it might be now. But I think somewhere in this 25-year friendship, there's been some sex, okay? Somebody has had the sex. Tanya, when you realized what the hell was going down, you should have left. You should have said, Chance, wipe my hands of this shit. This is between you and your baby mama. Handle that business. I'm out. But no, Tanya, you stayed too damn long, in my opinion. Chance makes this comment to her that he doesn't give a damn about her feelings. You know what? I believe it. His actions show that he doesn't give a damn about her feelings. I have a feeling that this brand new baby is going to be another child that Chance is not going to raise. And that could be a blessing in disguise. That man has not brought you anything but a whole bunch of debts and another baby. That is it. And you're out here crying and caping for him on social media. Girl, grow the fuck up. It's just ridiculous to me. You can't pay any bills. You have no money. You haven't told her you lost your job. You out here Instacarting and you're at the bar buying shots with some lady. And then you're going to buy another round, 4 double shots, and then try to drink them all down and then try to drive the car. And when the production team tried to stop him from driving, he tried to get all rowdy and stuff. I said, boy, bye, before somebody whoop off in your ass. Then he's going to make the comment, he's going to call the police because they're disturbing the peace. Boy, if you called the cops, the first thing that would happen is they would arrest your ass right after they ran the 50 check on you. You are a parolee and you are not supposed to be out drinking. And you definitely aren't supposed to be filthy drunk and trying to drive drunk. And then he's going to say that he's the piece. Bobby said you are the pieces. And that is the truth. You are a piece of a man. Good God, what a dumbass decision that was. Bringing his ass to her family, to her life. Almost completely ruined her relationship with her sister. Honey, listen. I'd have gotten in that car. I'd have told Bobby, come on, honey. We would have stopped right at the Walmart. I would have gotten all kinds of hefty bags and new door locks for my house. I would have put all of his shit out in hefty bags on the curb and changed the locks on my doors. You're done. We're done. Bobby, here's a new key because you're going to be moving in. Okay, we're done with Chance. As a family, we are done. Period. Taylor, if you don't understand by now that you have got yourself hooked up with a gaslighting loser, then you'll never understand it. This is what you brought into your family. If you like it, I love it for you. Eris and Cameron. I don't know when it happened. But I have really changed my whole thoughts and minds about Cameron. This guy is hilarious. He is funny. He is articulate in his own way. He is very good at speaking his thoughts and his feelings. And I like this guy. I mean, would I ever marry this guy? No. Would I ever marry any dude that I just met in the prison and bring him home with my kids? No. But this guy is all right. It was hilarious at the very beginning because he is coming down the stairs rapping about wanting to be a drug lord or something. And she says, She says, grills out, flag up. My daddy is on his way. He sat there, he put his little flag back in his pocket and took his grills out. I said, oh my gosh, she is talking to him like a mom. Like, boy, no, you are not about to show up and meet my daddy with the face full of grills. It is not going down like that. Then he tells her, he's definitely going to know you pregnant in that outfit. Can't you suck your stomach in? I said, no, he didn't. No, he didn't ask a pregnant woman, can she suck in her stomach? That is not possible, buddy. As soon as her dad shows up, Cameron says, oh, wow, I can definitely see the resemblance. He said, oh, my Lord, they've got the same face. And when production showed them like side by side, I screamed. I laughed so hard. They have the same face. They have the same nose, everything. I said, oh, Lord, he was not lying. They are the same person. So her dad, explained to them he didn't really appreciate that they got married right off like that. They didn't ask him. They didn't talk to him, period. He said, why come you guys couldn't waited a year, 2 or 3 years? He says most relationships who move fast like that, they end fast as well. Now, I'm going to tell you, I was surprised but proud of Cam, the way he handled this situation. He calmly and rationally explained to her father that he loves her very much. He realizes that they were rushing. He is sorry that he did not ask her father for her hand in marriage. He knows that that was wrong and he could have done better and should have done better. But he also explained to him that the reason he wanted to marry so fast is because he knew that if he had a wife, children, and a home, he would not want to run out to the streets and risk all of it. So that's one of the reasons that he wanted to move so fast. Her father says that they need to slow down. Please do not have any children right away. Just take it slow. Cameron said, wait till he find out that they're already pregnant. Cameron did not tell him that they were already pregnant because him and Eris had an agreement that they weren't going to tell anybody. So, I appreciate that he didn't just bust out and tell him right then. Even though if he would have told him right then, I don't think that it would have been a bad thing. So Lena, Eris, and her dad, they all go out for ice cream, and her dad asks Lena how she feels about Cameron. And Lena says that she likes him. She says that he treats her and her mom like queens and that he's very smart. He helps her with her homework. And you know what? I was really happy to see that. I mean, she was smiling from ear to ear, and she thinks that he's a really good stepdad to her. So that's really good. It's really positive to know that Lena she's happy with Cameron being around. Besides the fact that he eats her snacks. Eris does finally tell her father that she's pregnant, and he was completely shocked and taken aback from it. He just says that he wants her to slow down because right now she's thinking that everything is going to be so rosy in their lives and everything is going to work out perfectly. But this is real life. This is not a rom-com. However, he is wishing them the very best. The thing that took me out is Cam's sisters are coming to visit, and I really like them. He tells her that she needs to make things right with his sisters because they are hot with her for not coming to his party the day after their wedding. And he was really serious about this. And I said, well, Cam, the woman was laid up in bed sick as a dog, and you never told your sisters that she was sick. It just doesn't make sense. She says, did you tell them that I was sick? He said, no. I told him you just didn't want to come. And he says this with a straight face. And she says, but I was sick. And he says, yeah, but you didn't tell him you were sick when they called you. And she said, I was asleep when they called me. And he tells her, well, listen, I took your feelings in consideration and I talked to your father. So I need you to get things straightened out with my sisters. And she says, okay. And I said, well, she doesn't owe your sisters an apology. And she said it too. She said, I don't owe them an apology, but I will. What I would actually say is, I apologize for the fact that your brother didn't tell you that I was sick as a dog. I'm thinking that she was sick because she was pregnant and she was going through morning sickness. Then he tells her that he's got himself a shirt that's got an ultrasound on it. And he's going to spring it on his sisters when they get there. And Eris says, well, can I have a shirt? He said, no. Why do you always have to do what I have to do? He said, I will be your mascot. And I busted out laughing. I said, he's about the size of a mascot. I think that is so cute. Anyway, he says they gonna kill him when they find out. Listen, the thing is Cam's sisters, they love him and they are going to be extremely happy for him. I don't think they're going to kill him at all. They probably will look at him with the side eye a little bit like, dang, you just don't know how to do anything at a slow pace. But I think Cam and Eris are doing pretty well. I saw them upload a video on social media and they're still happy and still together. So, they're enjoying their family. And Lord knows I never expected that. Sean and Sarah. So Sarah takes Abby to a donut shop where they're going to meet up with Anthony, and they're finally going to let her know that Anthony is her father. Majority of the time I was just looking at the donuts. I really need some donuts. Anyway, when Anthony came in, I took a really good look at him sitting next to Abby, and I said, oh my gosh, they really do look alike. They look a lot alike. Abby is really adorable. Now, I don't know personally if I would introduce my daughter to her father on national TV. I know that they get paid by WeTV. They've signed a contract. They have to have something going on in their lives to put on the show, but it seems like a lot. And with her being 8, she's probably got friends whose parents or whatever watch the show, People start asking her questions about her dad. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a lot. But Anthony and Sarah are both nervous. And the whole time that I'm looking at them, I'm saying to myself, please, both of you remain clean and sober and be good to Abby. Please don't bring a bunch of pain and suffering into this little girl's life. I need both of them to be serious about this little girl, and I definitely wish them the best. So Anthony finally tells her that he's her father, and she burst out into a laugh, which turns into a cry, and I got absolutely emotional. I don't know, I was so sad for her and happy, I guess, at the same time. You know, she says that she's really happy about him being her dad. You know, he told her that he loved her, and she said, okay. And then she wanted to just run off and, draw on the chalkboard. And then Sarah tells him that if he messes up, that's it. This is his final chance to be a father to Abby. And then he makes this comment about when can he start picking her up and taking her out on his own. And I said, oh God, no. That couldn't work for me. You are freshly clean. You have a job and everything, but no. We need to keep these supervised visits. And it seems that Sarah's mom still has custody of Abby. So I don't know how Sarah is setting up these visits. His visits will still be supervised if it was me. You've got to prove to me that you can, pick my child up and take my child somewhere. That's not appropriate. I think it's moving too fast there. He does tell Sarah that he's scared because he knows that this is his final chance, and it's so important that he does right by his daughter. And, he's just sober and just got a job, and he's scared. And she says that she's scared too, not just because of him, but because of her. The truth is, Abby has been raised by Sarah's mom her entire life. So Sarah is new to being a parent as well. Both of them need to tread lightly. I think that they need to keep Abby at Sarah's mom's house until both of them can prove that they've got what it takes to be good parents. But there would absolutely still be supervised visits if it was me. You are not getting any alone time with my child. I'm just saying. Amber and Puppy. Queen is my people. I really could care less about Amber and Puppy, but Queen is the gem. You know what I mean? We get Queen with Amber and Puppy. Anyway, Queen is my type of people. She walks into Puppy's bedroom and she says, what is going on in here? I mean, it was just stuff everywhere. And she says, this is ridiculous. I said, yep, that sounds like me. I would say that. She tells her, I'm going to help you pack up your shit so you can donate this stuff or take it so you can sell it or take it to Goodwill. So in other words, she's letting Puppy know you are not about to tear up her house and junk up her place with all this mess. Then we see Amber and TC have a little conversation, and he discussed, how he felt about her having the abortion and how it was really heavy for her. He was telling her that he doesn't really like that she drinks as much as she does. And she was saying that he could have at least been there for her, came to some of her appointments. Remember when she was on her way to have her abortion, she was telling him how scared and upset she was. And in the middle of the conversation, he bust out that he had a muffin. What the hell does that have to do with anything that this woman is going through? And she says, well, she had to have this abortion because the doctor said it was either her or the baby. I remember those episodes, and I do remember the doctor telling her it would be a high risk pregnancy, but I don't remember the doctor guaranteeing that, it's her or the baby. I don't know, but, it was definitely her decision to make. He then tells her it's hard for him to show affection, but right now, all of this drinking and everything she's doing is really irritating him. And then, they vow to do better and everything. Of course, she doesn't say she's going to stop drinking, but she really should. I think that her and Puppy need to be in some sort of AA meetings. He does apologize and tells her that he does love her. Then we see Queen talking to Puppy, and she tells her that rent is $600 and she needs her rent. She tells her she can sell these red bottoms for $600 to pay her rent. Puppy says, oh, I can sell those for $800. She says, well, all of your stuff belongs to me until you get a job and pay your rent. And Puppy says that she doesn't really want to get a job. And she asked her, did you do Amber like this when she moved in here? And Queen said Amber paid her rent the day she got here. Listen, Queen is not about to let Puppy lay up at her house and pretend to be the victim. You gonna get your life straight and get you a damn job and pay some rent around here. So then we go back to Amber. Amber comes home and the house is a wreck. She says that she cleaned that place before she left, but the way that place looked, I don't believe it. I think that place looked a mess when she left, and it looked messier when she got back. Anyway, she says she's over this shit. She's done. She calls Puppy, tells Puppy to come over. Puppy gets there. You know, Puppy is giving her all the love, because I think that Puppy is still 100% in love with Amber and trying to get back in the door. Anyway, she tells Puppy to call Queen and tell Queen to call Bobby Joe, Billy Joe, Ricky, and Tiffany. I don't know. She said, get all of them here with a truck. I'm getting out of here. She is walking around the house putting Post-its on everything that belonged to her. She says she can't take it being unappreciated and unloved anymore. Then they show like a little flashback, and she's asking TC about the boys cleaning up the garage. He says they'll get around to it. And then she says she's going to the gym, and he says it's about time. I tell you what, that'll be the last time that man used his lips to talk to me. About time. I wish a man would tell me some bullshit like that. She says that she is tired of living there with 3 grown-ass men paying all the bills, cleaning up the house. I said, how are you paying all the bills when you quit your job? What? I thought she was a stay-at-home stepmom. Anyway, she says he told her that he is not in love with her and he is not attracted to her. I said, well, why was you still there anyway? Why didn't you call Bobby and Joe and all the rest of them earlier? He also told her that he got her pregnant on purpose. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And Queen and everybody showed up to the rescue. Queen got there with boxes. She said, we ready to go. I said, Lord, that's the kind of friend I like. Queen said he didn't give a fuck, so right now we don't give a fuck. So who gives a fuck? That's what Queen told production. I tell you what, they are lucky to have Queen in their life, because they call her for everything. And WeTV really does need to make sure that Queen gets a big check. And Amber, girl, get yourself together. How is it that you moved into this man's place, brought all the furniture, all the utilities are in your name. You co-signed for this man's truck. What? You were the one who was in prison for 5 years. You had good credit, a good job, and then you moved in with this loser bum. I don't get it. Girl, bye. I did agree with her mom when she said you can't fix somebody when you're also broken, when you need to be fixed. Listen, Puppy and Amber are moving back into Queen's house. Queen needs to make sure that they both get back to work ASAP and see if you can get them into some kind of therapy quick. Now, Marcelino and Brittany was on here again, and they're still up to this same fake ass storyline, and now they're talking about renewing their wedding vows. I don't care. Anyway, peeps, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.